let's continue playing Pathfinder Kingmaker. When we last left off, let's quickly sort the formation out. Meant to do this before we started, forgot about it. It's fine. I mean, to be fair, this is probably okay for the time being. Move on. Right, we've arrived at Oleg's trading caravan, which is the first stop on our way to claiming this barony. Save yourselves, fools! Save ourselves from what? In the name of the Stag Lord, the lawful authority in the stolen lands, we demand this week's tax. And some beer. Lots of beer. In fact, more beer than tax if we're being honest. And there's that pretty wife of yours, Oleg. She should serve us dinner. Quiet down, dimwit. Oleg, we're here for the Stag Lord's beer and tax. Hand over the beer and money and we'll be on our way. You think you want to drink some of my blood too? I'm sick of you. You're like locusts who think you can control everything around here just because you put out that painted rag of yours. You come here, squeeze us dry, and come. Ah, you must be the guests from Rostov. Right, so we have options here and more alignment decisions to make here. However, our task is clear. We must clear this land of bandits. We'll start right now. Retreat! We're too few for a fight. Let's go for help from camp. Oi! This means we can rob a few bandits instead of just one. 2 arms, everyone! Ignoring the one that's just gone invisible.
Can you make an epic pose?
Also, I was telling us about all the wind. I thought the tutorials were turned off, but hey. Alright. Well, you've been shot in the back, and we have sneak attack potentials. So, because they're flat-footed, sneak attack damage, let's see if we can do it. Nah, not much. 5. Man is going to go and attack Oleg. Not liking all of the attacks going at Oleg at the moment. Also, not liking the attacks going at me. Lindsay, if you'd be so good.
Serves you right.
Alright, let's charge this bandit. We need to, you know, protect. And we've done quite well there.
Let us strike as one.
Alright, Valerie misses. Speaking of which, I should probably have set Valerie up to be... oh wow, I just realised how nearly dead we are. Well, this could be painful. Well, I made a full attack, so let's hope this doesn't backfire on us.
This was not part of
Well, we're down. Thankfully, we should be fine.
You deserve
But,
it.
we heroically fell to the ground yet again. Amiri, destroy.
Do not falter.
Another 3. How we... Well, that was a good hit. The attack of opportunity hit as well, and Oleg might be down as well. Okay, no, Oleg avoids.
Any
take him out.
last wishes?
Amiri, take him out. Well, you were turned into paste.
I'm hungry.
And also, we get our first level up. So now we got to think about things a little bit. Okay, what do we do? Well, I think first step, we're going to take the first level of the rogue skill. What we'll probably do at some point is maybe dip into monk. Monk has a few useful things. It also gives us a few random proficiencies as well, but not the one we wanted. Oh, maybe we don't dip into monk with you. I'll have to think about that a little bit. We'll get our charisma bonus for defense, which is, you know, one of the main reasons we would potentially do this, and we certainly will be dipping in with Valerie in a moment. But rogue is fine for right now, so we'll take a second level of Knife Master. And we want additional mobility, additional trickery, additional perception, persuasion, and use magic device as our main ones for the moment. Next. So next we can go for a combat trick. And think about things a moment. So we're probably going with something like... Might even just go with dodge for the moment, in truth. There are some teamwork feats. We'll get into those a little bit later, because for right now, that's not our main thing here. We can go weapon focus, but we don't have proficiency in the weapon we'd want to focus in right now. So, gotta think about that a little bit. You know what? Actually, give me a couple of moments while I just have a quick... Oh, actually, we could get martial weapon proficiency, actually. That'll get us into... That gets us the Kukri proficiency. But I think we can get that by just becoming a ranger or some class that has those skills going forward. So I don't think we need to waste a feat on that. Maybe there's a way I can improve my sneak attack stuff. But I think most of the stuff we need for that is a bit later down the line. Let me have a quick think about this. Bear with. Okay, we're back. I've decided to adjust my skills a little bit, so we're taking out the persuasion because as it works out, Lindsay's going to be better for that. She's also going to level up, so she'll be up to +8. We're going to take the stealth skill because nobody else has it for the moment, and it might be useful to us as we go. I've also decided that, yeah, we are going to take combat trick, and we're going to take dodge for the moment. Again, armor class is probably relevant. There are things that I was thinking about, but obviously we can't get those until we get to the next level anyway, which allows us access to... When we go down here, not vital strike, or is it improved? Nope, precise shots. Somewhere in here we got some more critical hit skills, which we don't have access to just yet. Anyway, it's fine. We'll find those when we get. We'll find those when we get to there. For the moment, dodge will be fine. And thus we are level 2, and we have increased our hit points to 15, which clearly we need.
I tire.
We all tire. But for now, we're going to continue on with the slightly more simple ones here. So Valerie, as mentioned, we're going to take a dip into Monk. And, now we're going to decide which type of Monk, actually. AC bonus based on Charisma, based on Wisdom, and Traditional Monk is based on Wisdom, as is normal Monk. So, Valerie, if I just close this back up...
Give the order.
Valerie has a higher charisma than wisdom, so we want to be based on charisma. So, monk. And scaled fist based on charisma. Okay. So, there we go. We take that. Skill point wise, we're going to go for pretty much where we already kind of are. Point in athletics. I don't know, actually, we want Amiri to be our athletics person. But equally, there's probably not much point in not putting there, given... He's going to be fairly low on skill points anyway as we go through this. We'll take the point of perception because it's always worth having a few people with passive perception increases. And most of the other skills were kind of already set up with things. You're not going to be able to be that mobile, so I don't even sure there's worth much point there. Yeah, we'll just double up on perception for the moment. We're going to have that additional +5. And a bonus feat, we're going to take Crane Style. So Crane Style gives a -2 penalty on attack rolls while fighting defensively. When you're using this style and fighting defensively, you gain an additional +1 dodge bonus to your armor class. So, what we're now going to do is we're going to have this turned on. So what this means is that now, Valerie is fighting defensively, so suffers a penalty to attack rolls, but it's a +2 armor class to things there. If 3 or more ranks in mobility, we get 3 dodge ranks, so you can find it. Okay, so I've made a slight blunder here. What I should have done, and what I might do next level, is start putting points into mobility just so you can get that additional bonus going. But for now, that'll do. Alright, Lindsay. I think this is fairly simple. We just take an extra level of Bard. So, level 2 Bard gives us the Bardic Talents and also Well Versed, which gives a +4 bonus saving throws against Bardic Performance, Sonic, and Language-dependent effects. It might even come up. Might. We want the point in Trickery, a couple of points in Knowledge, and a couple of points in Persuasion, and use Magical Device. And this is the main reason why I did decide to not focus on the main character with this, because in theory, Lindsay has this covered with a higher Charisma score. We are going to also go over Combat Trick, but this time we're going to take Point Blank Shot. Currently, Lindsay is our sort of ranged specialist at the moment, and so therefore continuing on with things that give us additional +1s to hit and damage makes sense. We might even go into Rogue at some point and get the sneak attack bonuses, but for now, just increased skills here probably makes sense. We're going to take Remove Fear. Remove Fear generally is a useful enough spell early on. There are some other things we could take that have generally got some utility for us, including actually going on a full summoning spree, but well, I think Remove Fear is fine.
Resting would be nice.
As long as Lindsay isn't the one who's afraid, it's usually going to be worthwhile. And finally, we have Amiri, who is a first level barbarian and is not probably going to take any more levels in it, unless things happen. Next up, we're going to go for Inquisitor, and we're going to go for Sacred Huntmaster. So basically, what we are doing this for is to gain an extra meleeist, basically. We gain an animal companion. Most companions increase in size when a druid reaches 4th or 7th level, depending on completion. Obviously, Sacred Huntmaster will have to obviously build up levels in this, but we gain an animal friend. We also gain domain spells, we gain detect magic, 0 level spells, and a couple of proficiencies. We'll worry about the specifics of this as we go. But next, deity selection. Obviously, you can pick whatever you like here, but clearly it's a flavor fail if you do not pick Gorham. And clearly, Amiri Strength Domain has got to be the band here. Here's where we have a decision to make, and honestly, there's a few interesting ones here, but we're going to take Smilodon for one reason and one reason alone. 5 natural attacks and 40 speed. Will also be faster, and has Trip, which is useful, but only 1 attack. Monitor Lizard, yeah, armoured, but not that great. The Mastodon has 2 attacks, which is reasonable. You know, there's benefits to a lot of these, but honestly, 5 attacks. You can't argue with 5 attacks. So, we're going to have a Saber-Tooth Tiger. Skill-wise, so Athletics. Again, Athletics is probably the most reasonable thing for Amiri to have. We're more likely to be removing that chainmail at some point anyway, which then means he has the +8 skill. Mobility, again, is how she gets out of things if she needs it. She's our current person who has Knowledge Nature for the time being. Point in Perception is fine, and since we have 1 additional skill point somewhere, we will put that into Religion's +5. Put 1 point in there, we match it at +5. I don't think we can beat anything at this point. +8, Lindsay, +8 there. We've got all of these points. I don't think giving Trickery is that useful, but we could do that potentially. Use Magical Device or Persuasion. Honestly, with no other points really required for this, and even Stealth being +5, so lower than what we've already got, I think we're just going to take... take the point in Trickery, honestly. It's probably a skill we don't particularly need, but hey. Alright, we're going to take the Bless spell, because Bless is just a universally useful +1 effect that we can now grab, at least while we don't have a Cleric in the party. And even if we do, it's, you know, it means we can shuffle the spells around as we need it. We could go Cure Light, honestly give us a bit more healing power, but I think also Remove Fear is definitely warranted somewhat. We can go with something like Divine Favor and just go in for the additional strength. Yeah, luck rolls and damage things, which obviously she's got the best attacking weapon at the moment, so that might be relevant. I think for the safety, we're just going to go for more healing. And with all of that done, and our new friend... Inventory. There you go. We have Smilodon. We don't get to name you, unfortunately. So, you are just Smilodon. Yeah, no, I do not get to rename you. Oh well. So, currently animal, second level animal. Reasonably good dexterity and stats, but basically 5 attacks with a good amount of damage. Anyway, let's speak to Oleg. Take that, you scoundrels. But now, the girl got away. A plague on her. She's certain to complain to the Stag Lord. They came before to collect taxes, but this time they'll come to punish treason. Now what do we do? Then Svetlana somewhere safe and show those rats what? Dove, why are you here? I told you to stay hidden. It's all over. I saw it. I just need to make sure you're all right. My name is Svetlana. I'm sorry if your arrival to our trading post turned out so unwelcoming. Let's get to the point. You say the bandits are going to attack again. Who are they, and when will they arrive? Who are they? The Stag Lord's gang, that's who. These lands teem with bandits like bed bugs in a beggar's hut. You just stirred them up. They'll have a camp not far from here. I expect they'll return to full force in half a day, maybe less. Stag Lord won't take an insult like this lightly, and his henchmen are more like demons than men. Lawful good. You have nothing to fear. I'll help you deal with the attack. I appreciate your good intentions. We have the best manners, but Oleg Leveson is the last name you'll hear accused of being ungrateful. If you manage to defend this post, I'll reward you proper. We have to hide the alarm. Don't argue, Dove. Now we need to decide on a plan. Go ahead and look around. There may be some tools that can be used for this battle. There are plenty of solid traps around. Some tar, box of alchemist's fire looks like. Alchemist's fire. We can put it by the gate, light it with a burning arrow when the bandits are nearby. But that could set the post on fire. Well, maybe if we covered the walls with something to protect them. Alright, yes, I think it could work. I'll even shoot the arrow myself. Used to be pretty good with a crossbow back in the day. I'm going to look around and think the best way to use tar and traps. Okay, so here we can go and just have a quick explore. You know, some good steel traps in there. We will use the traps because, well, we're lawful good. We're trying to defend. We're trying to defend this place. We're not interested in doing things honorably. Lawful good is not necessarily honor. Okay, Smolnon is going to just sit there. Again, multi-attacks is fun and fine. And we'll worry about the rest of this as we go. Amiri grabs some potatoes. Vitally useful in the defense of the fortress. Or the trading post. Because it is kind of built like a fortress, this place. Some gold and a weapon. Gold and a spoon. Gold and some rope. And Lindsay has found some tar. Okay, we will spill tar near the trading post entrance to slow down the bandits. Nice bit of area control going on there. Although admittedly it might be a bit harder for us to grab some of the archers towards the back. But hey, we have set things up.
According to plan.
Yeah, provided we don't trigger things. Hey, Broker. Hey, Bokken. I'm Bokken, local herbalist. What brings you here? Should you help fighting the bandits? Where's this coming from? Would an old man like me to fight? Here, take this potion. Consider that my help in your fight. What's there to tell? I'm a herbalist. I make potions and sell them. Gather herbs, roots, berries. Live in the forest, live off the land. Since leaving rest off for these parts, I ended up a merchant here at Oleg and Svetlana's post. They let me in out of kindness, help me with things. They bring me water, firewood when it's cold, occasional barrel of honey. They're good people. But we'll get more to him and what he wants in a little bit. For now...
In due time.
For now, in due time. We find a well. And we find a box. Buckler, longsword, and a heavy crossbow. Well, that might be an upgrade for one of our member of our party, at least. So we've upgraded to a heavy crossbow. Effectively no real difference, but obviously dealing D10s rather than D8s will be, you know, potentially more damage.
That is not far.
Okay. You managed to make up the words, forget about it! Or they stop talking, turn to you. I look, I'd like to see you guys. Actually, we can do this. Don't know what good trading will serve these bloodsuckers to come back and take everything. Alright, have a look. Alright, so what we will do is we will offer anything that is non-magical and other. So essentially what we're doing here is just dumping a ton of our inventory at this stage. Largely because we can. So that puts us down to the low end of medium encumbrance, which is fine. And the only things we now have are the stuff that should in theory be useful and the camping supplies. Which, to be fair, is probably the heaviest thing we randomly have. He does sell a few magical weapons. Bag of Holding would be quite nice, but we don't have the coins anywhere near that at the moment. Full plate, Masterwork Warhammer. So Master Weapons have a +1 native to hit, so it is worth us thinking about these. But we'll probably pick some up as we go through the game in any case, so maybe it's not the end of the world here. Seasoned Wings and Thighs. Alright, deal. We're gonna So we're going to get a recipe. We're going to worry about the recipes as we go a little later. But for now, that will do. Type ascending, rather. There we go. We still have the nunchucks that we don't really have anybody who can use. We could sell them if we needed to. Alright, let's prepare for battle. Actually, what can you tell me about the man who ran away from the place and came back? That must be Bokken. He sells potion. Okay, that's fine. Sadlord wants him to work for them. He lacks the courage to fight those bandits. We won't walk away from us. Good heart, even if he grumbles a lot. Especially recently. Alright, we're prepared for the attack. Fear not. I will stand between you and this scum. You are under my protection. Finally, a fight. I was bored of all that talking. Well, these aren't the heroics I was hoping to write about, but I guess even the greatest heroes had to start somewhere. I see you don't easily cowed. I beg you, be careful. And please don't do something too risky. Svetlana, go hide inside. We're going to meet our guests. 6 hours passes. And we are still tired. Well, that was a good start to things. Although, why are we not prepared behind the barrels? Well, that worked out quite well. So here's one problem I see. We're going to be Valerie up. We're going to just hang out behind. Alright, our animal friend is going to move up to here. And let's start shooting. Actually, let's try and shoot the other archers if we can, but we don't have the range already. 8 damage. So they're going to have to move through the tar, which is going to slow them down a bit. And means that they aren't going to get to attack, which means that Miri gets to go in and smash. 16 damage. There are only 3 of you left. There are only 2 of you left. Ow. Please don't kill Oleg.
Onwards.
Right, miss. Can we stab you?
This will hurt.
We can. Sneak attack. Ha! Well, I hope you're okay, because I don't know... Okay. Oleg might be dead. I genuinely don't know what happened. I've never seen Oleg die in this pit before. Okay, well, we might have that to concern ourselves with. I mean, I know for a fact he gives us some quests, so we might have lost out a lot of experience points here. Shouldn't be the concern, of course, but, you know, it is something to think about. Maybe it's just automatic and we'll be fine, but... Alright, let's collect all of that loot. Oleg is fine. Okay, that's it. I don't remember him being able to die here, but that would have been tragic. The rats got what you deserved. None are better than to treat honest people like cattle. We should go Bokken out before he freezes in those bushes. Now, my lord, head into the best rooms of the 2nd floor. You deserve some rest after a battle. I need to clean things up. And this for your efforts. Now, don't offend me for turning it down. Just take it. Honest fight deserves an honest reward. But with common practice in this world, I think life would be so much better. We got 100 gold. I don't think we can sell anything for the moment, so he's going to wait for us. Also, it did also rest us, so yeah, we got rid of our fatigue penalties and things. Alright, in we go. We are going to steal your potatoes. As well as your cheese. That's all over. Even if there was a fight. We'll talk tomorrow morning once I finish working. Okay, so we're basically going to go up and rest up for a bit.
All according to plan.
And here we find some
It is
more
finished.
things. We find a scroll of Bane. Some more gold. A book.
Follow my
and here, I think this is our own personal private storage. Cache, which has a few interesting items, I think from the DLC. We're going to take all of this. So now we need to set up for some animal companion shenanigans. So this gives us a +2 morale bonus to perception and nature checks. +2 knowledge check to a lot of things, so we're going to give that to you and use. And then the cat gives a perception, nature law and perception. So we'll give the cat to you. And I guess we'll take the random perception nature. Was it perception nature this as well? It was. I guess we'll take the owl cat for ourselves. Alright. That's fine. Alright, next up we have the Ruler's Mantle, +1 saving throws, and a +3 resistance against saving throws versus poison. We will take that. Poison is really annoying. Amulet increases DC of all enchantment schools cast by the wearer. Also grants a colour spray effect. We're going to give that to you, as you're the only person I think who's going to be regularly casting enchantment spells, if at all. And we have this, a +1 competence bonus on all skill checks. We're going to give that to ourselves for the moment. We are a thief. We have the most skill points, I think, or most varied skill points around. So this now means that we are looking pretty good in a lot of areas here. +11 trickery is pretty nice. +12 mobility, -1. 7 persuasion, which is still outdone by Lindsay, and then obviously just dealing with a few of the other things as we go on. So I think this is fine. Other +1 bardic knowledge. Okay. Do I have to activate them from here? I might have to activate them here.
And Lindsay was called forth.
Here I am.
There we are. Now we have our animal friends and our pets. Everything is good here. And if we go back to this, yeah, we're now showing the +10s. We're now showing... Yeah, excellent. Okay, perfect. What else did we get in our random rewards? We got ourselves another Cloak of Resistance, which is +1 to saving throws. We're going to give that to Amiri for the moment. And I think that was everything that was pretty decent that we could use. One thing I will do, just because it's going to be useful offhand, we're going to put an Alchemist Fire and an Acid into our things there, and we're going to give an Acid to you as well. There'll be various reasons why we need that, but let's sleep for now. Wake from a nasty dream that tortured you all night long. In it you saw a wall of unnaturally thick fog that surrounds you, slowly moving closer and closer. A quick look out the window, you find that the fog was not a figment of your imagination, not a dream. And then...
Hear me. Please hear me. Can you hear me? Please.
Who are you?
Who am I? Just a tear shed by the land itself. The bitter sigh of nature. I am a nymph, the guardian of this area. A defeated guardian. Call me the guardian of the bloom, if you wish.
What do you want from me?
Aid. Salvation. We have a common enemy, and long have I searched for someone who can defeat him. The one you call the Stag Lord. As a storm strikes ruthlessly with gusts and lightning, the Stag Lord wreaks havoc with the swords of his servants. And not just in the world of people. The land also suffers from the evil he brings. My forests and my flowers suffocate in this fog. Soon even I will vanish, as the last ray of light fades at dusk.
The Stag Lord is responsible for the fog?
Yes. It hides his fortress as well as his dark deeds. But while responsible, he did not create this affliction. It is the work of a powerful druid who has betrayed even himself. I know not why the powers did not leave this renegade, but even I was unable to defeat him.
How can I help you?
This fog, it enshrouds, entangles, suffocates. If only I could learn how it was created. But my powers wane. I have barely the strength to call out to you. All I know for certain is that somewhere in this forest lies an old house, and it echoes with the remnants of a strange power. The Stag Lord and his druid were there. The fog hides this place from me, but I can point you to the bandits' camp near the Thornford. Make them tell you where this place is. Go there and listen to the echo, catch the whispers, search for anything that can tell you how the fog was created. Once the fog clears, nature will breathe again, and you will be able to easily find your way to the fortress of our mutual enemy.
Okay, so we've now found the Thornford on our map. Alright, I'll understand. Farewell.
I don't believe in fate, stranger. But our meeting seems more than a coincidence.
Okay, and we now have some clues and a potential initial destination. Let's head off down. So we have a couple of things, people we can talk to, and we can get some more story information about people as we go. We're probably going to do that at various points, but I think we'll leave it for now. We will talk to Svetlana, though. Good day. I hope you're feeling alright after the battle. I can't thank you enough for what you've done. I definitely want to waste your time, but if you have a moment, I have a request. What did you want to ask for me? This is a very personal request, and maybe not important enough for your time. I can understand if you say no, but the first time the Staglord thugs came here demanding money, they also took my wedding ring, just tore it off my hand. It's just a trinket, really, but it meant so much to me. I remember every moment of the day Oleg came to me, that ring in hand, to ask if I'd marry him. I was standing in a fancy dress on the stairs of my father's home, fearing I'd misheard something, or that I'd say something stupid and everyone would laugh. If you happen to find my ring among the bandit's possessions, please bring it back to me. It's easy to recognize, but my name is engraved on the inside of the band. There is one more thing. Among the bandits, there's a dark-haired woman who wields dual axes. She's not bad in a fight. Actually, extremely dangerous and cruel. But I beg you, show her mercy if you have a chance. I'd be able to help, Svetlana. So grateful for the help. Alright, we have to go. So we've set ourselves up another quest. We will be able to deal with that one fairly quickly.
In due time.
So to Oleg. You'll certainly ruffle those villains' feathers. Well, anyway, new day, new troubles. This isn't the fog. Never seen anything like it before. Where the rest of looked like someone spilled milk and just hung it in the air. Couldn't see anything through that soup, not even a torch. It was like witchcraft to me. Bet the Stag Lord's involved somehow. Rumor says he deals in all kinds of bad magic. I need to take care of a Stag Lord. Anything that would help me find him. It's quite as hard as you said yourself. Stag Lord's a fortress somewhere in the area, but only a few chosen from the most trusted of his rabble are ever invited. Occasionally the fortress is heavily guarded secret. With this fog hanging around, I imagine it'd be even harder to find. I suppose I could try the trail of those bandits that had the post before. They get in the southwest, from the side of the Fawn River. Fortress might be there, or at least some camp up there so we can find information. We're going to ask for wares here and just see if there's anything else we can... Oh, actually, yeah, no, there is absolutely something we can do. Yeah, we're just going to offer all of that again. I'm also going to include the nunchucks. I don't think we really can do much with them. The light mace we might as well keep. I have no idea why we want the books. Although, to be fair, this is telling us a few things that we might have some might be useful, some knowledge. I actually genuinely don't know if we need these or not for anything. Maybe I'll just store those in the box, actually. But for the moment, we will deal. Yeah, let's get back up and store these in the box. Maybe we will find a use for them. Alright. So that will do there.
That is not far.
Oh, and Bokken, we will talk to you as well. You want some potions? Can I help you in some way? Well, since you're asking, there's a cave nearby. There used to be berries in there, but the place has been overrun by spiders. Berries are red and look a lot like raspberries. Fangberries, I call them. Grateful if you've got a basket of them and brought them back. Just be quick if you do, they spoil quickly. The spiders in the cave are mean. Here, let me give you some alchemical fire. Crafted them myself. Burn those spiders to a crisp. That'll teach them for taking over my Fangry Cave. Also need a bucket of moon radishes. They're a rare and mysterious plant. I don't know where to find them, but I know the kobolds gathered them and value them highly. It's not a huge deal, really. I'd do it myself if I were younger. But if you're willing, I'll pay you 3 potions for the berries, a purse full of coins for the radishes. Why do you need Fangberries and moon radishes? You want to know, huh? Well, I'll gladly tell you after you bring some to me. Alright, I'll try to help. Just watch out, don't end up someone's lunch. That is certainly the objective. Okay, so we've been given a few fetch quests to deal with, and I think it's time we head out into the world. So we're going to leave all that. Yep, we're fine with that. We'll leave. Except this is the party, and we head off. Oop. Okay, so we have our single path which leads down towards here. We also have a few locations on the map, the Fangry Cave and the Fawn Ford. Now there's a huge area that we can explore, which is only going to get even larger as the game goes on. But for now, we stay in this rough area and see what we can find out. So, let's head down. So as mentioned, our travelling speed is affected by a few things, but mostly by our encumbrance level. We're actually going to go and ignore the Fangry Cave to a certain extent at this stage. We're going to go this way and add things onto our map. There is a random encounter. Also, as a semi-thing, we do faster over the plains than we do in the forest, so we'll probably try and get as many things on the plains sorted out first before we move on. Cheery old man in squalid clothing shuffles up to you. Grey hair is unkempt, he continually clutches and unclenches his wrinkled, freckled hands. Strange weather, strange fog. Invisible fog, indeed. Creeping out of the woods, soars beyond the sky, obscures the sun and moon. Strange. I don't like this old man. As though I can't even cast the evil eye. Who are you? Remus. But that won't help with the fog. What are you doing here? I do nothing. Breathe, walk, observe. Fog looks visible enough to me. I see more than ever. I've never seen so much before. But someone must look, and no one else can. A little fog. Does that mean you can find your way through it? The fog is wrong. It hinders your legs, not your sight. I wish not to try. I should probably go. You hasten. You should. Your rival wastes no time. He races, but in another direction. He searches for power. He'll find it. My rival? You mean Tartuccio? He's not tall, but he wants to climb high. Beside him are those who could stand against him, and might yet still. What power is he searching for? Someone else's, old but forever young. That which was taken from another, that which gives joy, and now gives death. Can you tell me where he is now? He is in an old tomb, south of the trading post. Thank you. How'd you know we're rivals? I don't know. I see. You can choose where you set your eyes, usually. But can you choose what they see? All the more reason not to linger. Farewell. Once stolen, the land should be reclaimed. Once reclaimed, bound with the claimer it shall be. Bound, merged, joined by unbreakable ties. Claiming the land, claiming its pain, claiming its death. What a pleasant individual. But also, yeah, we've been given a warning about Tartuccio, so we now need to find out what he is up to. There are various sort of timed effects, and it doesn't tell you the specifics of all of the timings involved, but if we don't find where Tartuccio is soon enough, he will have found what he's looking for there, and we will have lost a couple of opportunities. So we do want to go and sort that out reasonably quickly. The tomb is here. So the rough plan is going to be go deal with... Actually, what we'll do with the Famery Caves afterwards, because obviously we got some spoilage things in there. There is a couple of locations over this side. I think I want to put them on the map, and then we'll head over. So the Endless Plains as our first destination. And here we can see that there is stuff. So we find a scimitar, a wand of grease, and some coal and gold. I have a sudden feeling I know which one this is, which is not good for me if it is. I mean, we're yeah, this is what I thought it was. Oh boy. Yeah. Hello. Hello. This is a manticore. Alright. Let's move in. We're gonna move you around the back. Valerie, if we could charge, we would. We can't, so we're just going to get you into range. You have the best armor class of anybody here, and hopefully you are fighting defensively. You are. Alright, we're going to move into here, and we're going to then cast a Bless spell. Because we want those +1s. We're probably going to rage and power attack in a moment, or rage at least, and go for that as we can. We're going to move in for some stabbing. Alright, the Manticore hits on 15, 14, so it is going to get some hits as we go on with this. We're going to move forward. And we're going to Inspire Courage, so provide a +1 morale bonus on Charm, Fear Effects, and a +1 Competence rolls on attack and weapon damage. We need everything we can get for this, I think. So we're stacking the bonuses. Next up, in we come. Hitting on 10, but not actually managing the hit. Over to you then. So we are suffering some negatives to attack penalties, but ultimately we want Valerie to be as hard to hit as possible. Emiri, in we go. Damage, please. Missed. Sneak attack.
Should do it.
Alright, 8 critical hit, 18 sneak attack, and we've done a good amount of damage to him thus far. But, what's he going to do in response?
This was not
Tear Alendi apart is what he's going to do. Oh boy, well we have died twice effectively. We're just going to shift forward and let's take a shot.
Serves you right.
5 damage. Alright, Similodon, 5 attacks. And this is why we took this as our animal friend, because, yeah, 5 attacks is difficult to justify not taking. Alright, let's rage. Critical hit 37. Everything is good. Except for, you know, us. We are terrible. On the plus side, we get a belt, we get a dueling sword, and if we look at what that belt is, it is a belt of incredible dexterity. We move up to +6 dexterity now. And hey, we bested a Manticore. Okay, touch of gracelessness, and
all according to
a few more bits and pieces of loot. But hey, we dealt with something, and that didn't take us too long. And we explored everywhere on the map, so let's head out. So some of these locations will have specific quests attributed to them. Some of them we can sort of preempt a little bit, but we'll worry it as we go. Okay, next up we're going to head down. So this is where we go to the Famery Caves. We are actually going to ignore that though, because I want to get the Ancient Tomb as early as possible. I think that one's got a fairly small timer on it. If we look at this. So we do have the overall timer for 87 days, 20 hours. The bit of rival, though, it doesn't tell us how long, but we will eventually get a notification that he has left. So we need to be cautious a little bit with the timings. We, however, are going to head up here, where we find high ground. It is something we can't claim. For some reason, I thought there was a location here, in truth. Maybe it's something that will appear later. Maybe. Alright, well, with that having been done, let's then head across this way. Because I have something on the map recorded here. We head out to here, and we're going to head on down towards the ancient tomb this way.
Resting would be nice, don't you think?
Okay, so we are at the point where we can rest. We basically have a couple of fatigue penalties here. Before we enter the location, though, we are going to go and quickly chug a couple of healing potions, because why wouldn't we? Type ascending. Okay, let's enter.
I'm hungry. When we stop?
We stop soon. But first, let's see what's in here. We find a spoon, a garnet ring, a scroll of summon monster, and some coins. Any protection of chaos about the scroll. I think we're also going to use a secondary bless spell here. A gnome in gaudy purple garb seizes your attention. Of course, the scoundrel Tartuccio, who you know from your time in Rest of. The vile gnome is standing on a small hill, expressing his discontent in every way he can muster.
Let me guess, you're still dawdling. Should I make some tea in the meantime? Bake a pie, perhaps? Plant a small garden and harvest some cherries? Perhaps you'd be more comfortable wearing fool's caps and colored trousers. Then at least I'd be able to sell tickets. Come one, come all! Feast your eyes upon the slowest and the most ridiculous buffoons in Golorian.
Why hurry? The same end awaits us all.
Fair point, Harim.
Hold your tongue, gnome. I can hardly tell your twaddle from the buzzing of a fly.
Quickly now, if we don't find that artifact soon, someone else might seize it. Someone who's standing over there watching you right now, you fools!
Okay, so we have a +8 diplomacy check to try and recruit Harim. If this fails, we're probably resetting.
There is as much vanity in your words as in the words of all who have not seen the wisdom of Grotus. Yet you seem a worthier leader than the arrogant Tartuccio. Perhaps in serving you, I shall open your eyes to the teachings of my faith.
I think that is a fair point, and Harim is now recruited.
My magnificent rival will stop at nothing, even at stealing the servants of his enemy. Let us see if your fools are even more useless than mine. Draw your swords and cover my retreat.
Okay, so battle is joined. Lendi is off first, and we are going to see if we can get a charge off here. We can charge this one, but he would be the only one we could do so. So we're going to move in and just be in range of the archer.
Calculated risk.
The Similodon, on the other hand, can absolutely go and charge. Amiri, go and deal with you. And if you try and shoot, we get an attack of opportunity with potential sneak attack bonuses. Lindsay. Move and shoot this
You
one.
deserved it.
Alright, miss. A large person, which makes them easier to hit. But does get a few other benefits to it. Alright, Harim. Not currently on our team at this stage, but it's good enough. Meanwhile, we're going to charge. Or at least I would have charged the mage, but we can't get close enough to him. So we're just going to put Valerie in position here. Double stab.
This will hurt.
Alright, Smilodon 5 attacks.
Bring it.
Okay, unable to make anything from that work. We're going to shoot back against the other mage. Doing 3. Miss another enlarged person. They do more damage. And that was enough to drop the smell, unfortunately. But, okay. That's fine.
Let us strike as one.
Valerie should be good at this. And meanwhile, we're going to go and, unfortunately, because of things, we're just going to have to go stab you. 9 sneak attack. Smilodon is down, -2 hit points.
Tear them apart.
We just cannot hit this done.
This is where I step in.
Cannot hit this last one. 8 damage to the wizard. Missed acid splash. You do suffer a negative penalty for shooting into melee. I think it's -4 by default. But obviously with certain spells like that, they only need to touch us. They don't need to care about our armor. So armor is removed from the calculations for it.
Do not falter.
That being said,
This should do it.
that's it. We needed low numbers to hit that, so that should have been fine. Smilodon is still down.
They go down.
Our bless spell is still in effect. We are still getting +1s. We're just not managing things here. Can we
Serves
kill the
you
other
right.
wizard? Not quite.
Onwards.
Valerie destroyed. Alright, you're down. Can we finish this off? Not quite.
You deserved it.
Come on, hurry him. Nope.
Stay behind me.
From the back, of course. But there.
calculated risk.
Alright, sneak attacks. Missing 1. Alright, come on, Amiri, finish it. Nope.
Any last wishes?
It's only possible that we just have... Go on, 13s.
Let us strike as one.
This should be doable. We now have multiple attackers on you.
This will hurt.
There we go, finally.
Nice. Don't you think?
Alright. We have lost time. We've lost much time tracking the insidious Tartuccio. Let's just go and check that. Follow Tartuccio's trail. So now we have to try and find out where he's going from this. We will, however, grab loot. And I think what we will do, once we have checked all of these out, and make sure we got the rest of the loot, and healed our saber-toothed tiger. Oh, we got our first scorched fragment of a necklace. There are a lot of those that we can pick up through the game. I'm not going to worry too much about collecting all of those necessarily, but if we can, we do get rewards. And I think what we'll do here,
Interesting.
having just found that thing there, which is going to activate it. Found the secret passageway. Found another thing here. I was going to end the video, but I think we might as well just clear this off now. Ancient Cyclops coin. Somebody might be able to tell something about that. And here, I remember there's a trap. Also, we have to level up Harrim, actually, which I hadn't registered. So let's go and do that quickly. For the moment, we're going to go for a 2nd level cleric, because there's really no reason not to. So his skills are pretty much set up in religion and perception, so we will take both of those for the moment. And there's no additional skills and things that he can pick up at this stage. What we can do is go to his spellbook, and we should probably have done that with you as well, except you're a sorcerer, so you just cast automatically. Harrim has to prepare his slots, though. So we have a True Strike or a Protection from Law as the 2 things that we can get there. True Strike, I probably won't use. It is reasonably useful, but it's just something I've never bothered too much with. We're going to take Remove Fear and 2 Bless spells, because, again, Bless is just universally a nice thing to have. And also, with Harrim being a cleric, we can convert these into Cure Light Wounds at will, if we need to. So it's not as essential to, we want the utility spells set up for the clerics. They can convert those to healing if we decide we need that earlier. In the meantime, we still haven't found the trap that's here.
Grotus awaits us.
Okay, there we go. I knew there was a trap here. It was just obviously Somebody had to find it.
I can't.
You can't? That's not good.
A trivial matter.
There you go. Alright, that's done. And in here we find a artificial flower, 25 coins, and no artifact.
Follow my lead.
Which is unfortunate. But hey. Alright, we're going to save here, and next time we're going to chase down Tartuccio and see what else we can find on the Stolen Lands. So, until then.